Hi, I'm Andy and I'm a Senior Product Manager at what3words. Today I'm going to take you through the what3words WordPress address field plugin and how you can add it to your site. The plugin provides an easy way of adding a what3words address field to a WordPress site or WooCommerce store. Your customers will then have the option of entering a what3words address field on their checkout page. This gives them an easy way of providing a precise location. The what3words address can then be used by delivery partners and converted to coordinates. I'll show you how to install the plugin and some of the advanced settings that are available to tweak it. We start first at the developer site where we click Get an API Key, and that takes us to our plan page. So here we have a variety of plans on offer, but we recommend getting started with the free plan. So I click Get Started, and that takes me through to create a new what3words account. So I can either create an account using my social logon, or as I'm going to do now, I can sign up using email. So I enter my first name, my last name, my email, and password as well. I have to accept the terms and conditions and click Submit. And that takes me through to the checkout page where it confirms the option I've selected, and I just need to accept the terms and conditions and click Submit. Next, we ask a couple bit more information in order to tailor our support so we can help if needs be. So first I add my company name, what3words, and the industry I'm going to select as e-commerce and click Continue. Next, I need to create an API key. So I need to give it a project name, which I'm going to select as what3words video. Tell a bit more about the project. I'm going to say WordPress. And I have the option to add API key restriction if I wish. And that means that only your key can call from a certain URL. And so it stops other people being able to use the key. Alternatively, I can specify by IP address or by iOS and Android. If I were to select referrer, then I just need to add in the URL. For now, I'm going to leave restriction off as we're just getting it set up. I click Generate API Key, and that creates an API key, and I can see the calls that key is made. I'm going to copy that key because I'm going to need that later. And I can change any of the details I've added here and add API key restriction. Alternatively, delete the key if I wanted to create a new one. And now I'm going to swap over to the WordPress dashboard. So the first thing I need to do to install the plugin is click on the Plugins tab. And that shows me my installed plugins, and I just need to click Add New. So here I need to search for what3words. And that shows me as the first result our plugin. So I click Install Now, and then click Activate. And now the plugin appears in my list. Next, I need to click Settings and add the API key that I've just created and click Save. And that means that the plugin can now call the what3words API and display suggestions to the user. Next, I have two different options. The first we recommend for WooCommerce users, where the field is automatically added to my checkout page for me and no other setups needed. Alternatively, if I'm using WordPress rather than WooCommerce, or I want to use a specific field, then I can either add an extra input to my site or use an existing one, and then I need to identify that input on my page. So I just need to add the ID. So I add a hashtag, and then if I'd added a field with what3words address, then that would specify that field and convert it into a what3words address field. For this case though, I'm going to use the first option because I'm using WooCommerce. So I click Save, and that means that now the field's on my site and it's all up and running. So now I'm going to show you on the checkout page what that looks to my users. So I'm just going to refresh the page. So I've already entered in most of my details here, what my address is, my name. And you'll see here that we've got a what3words address field now. And users can now enter an address and you'll see that there's suggestions being displayed to the user. So if I type a couple more letters, then that gives me the address that I'm looking for, and I can select it from the list. And that's now been validated to show that it is in, it's a valid 3-word address, and it is in the country that I have specified as my shipping country. So now I can click place order. The fields are optional, so if I haven't specified a 3-word address, then the order still goes through and the user just carries on as they were before. And you'll see here now that the what3words address has come through as part of the shipping address and shown me that everything is looking good. So now what I'm going to do is show you in the admin section where that comes through against orders. So if I click on WooCommerce and orders, then I can see that order that I've just submitted. If I select that, then I can see the shipping address and I can see the what3words address coming through. And that means that now everything is set up correctly and the orders are coming through correctly. Next, I can go back into what3words settings page and I'll show you some of the advanced options that are available. If you want to, you can set to save either the coordinates or the nearest place. So for the coordinates, the plugin will go off to the what3words API and get the coordinates for the latitude and longitude for the address that's been entered and save that as an extra field against your order. Alternatively, you can save the nearest place as well, and that gives an extra bit of context to the location. So that will be a nearby place name. Alternatively, I can also change a couple of other advanced features. So by default, the placeholder is limit broom flip. I can change that to be a different 3-word address, maybe in a different language or a different country if I wish. I just need to check that box and add in what I want it to be. Alternatively, I can change some of the clipping options. So by default, the clipping, which is which suggestions are shown, are shown for the shipping address. So if I've selected the UK, then it will only show suggestions in the UK. And I can change how this works here, so I can either change the clipping to be a certain bounding box or a circle, and that will change how the suggestions appear. And that's it, really. The plugin is all now set up and running. And that's the process for setting up the what3words WordPress address field plugin so that you can accept what3words addresses on your site. Check out our developer site for the tutorial and also for tutorials for other e-commerce platforms. Thanks for listening.